Greetings. So, the language of Adam. The language of Adam has come from measuring, basically, what a meaning is that comes from just one letter that comes from our subconscious mind. And the origins that come from the hieroglyphs from Egypt. So, what I did when I was trying to, when I caught on to my ex-girlfriend's Ouija board shirt, always showing me stuff that was important in the background, her subconscious mind, her soul, like the reason that Chinese people run away from pictures, is because light, the speed of light, as we approach the speed of light, time slows down. So this allows us to connect to other people in different time periods. And that's always happening. We haven't really thought about it or been aware of it. But like while you're thinking, for example, while I'm making this video right now, I'm not just making this video and having my own thoughts. My thoughts are part of everybody that comes across the video. And we would have connected the last time you slept and the next time you sleep. Seems to be very real. What is difficult to wrap your head around or understand the most would be fate. Because it's not real until something has happened. There's a splitting universe, and it would seem that as an artist or whatever, or somebody that feels sure about being able to do things like choose the gender of a child, people being able to do this in the future, would be, understanding a splitting universe more, so that if you are basically making a gift for somebody, and you know this gift is going to somebody else, and so you'll be responding to who this person will become. And so if you're making something for, like, out of artwork or something for somebody else, their gender should be able to be found. And so by making a gift for a child that hasn't been born yet, should allow us to choose their gender. Because if the people who make the gift think the child is going to be a man, but you want a woman, you could simply just choose to do the next moon phase or whatever, and then just make another gift. But that gift that you made for somebody else, right? Because it doesn't have to be, because you're responding to somebody, but that gift could still go to somebody. Maybe save it for one of your children to give to somebody else, or maybe when you want to have a man, or whatever, right? So basically, yeah. So that would really be helpful, especially for a country like China, because they have been wanting men, unless everybody chooses a man and they all want. And suddenly all of China is a man. Just kidding. They wouldn't be doing that. But, yeah, that's interesting, right? So, when I discovered this, it's very, very simple to understand. Basically, because of living once and gravity bending time, the timing of everything is important. And we are very large and capable of doing a lot more than we are consciously aware of. And the dumbest person alive is always doing a lot more. They actually even proven to be genius level, from measuring them in a different way, like what's going on in their subconscious mind regarding like how they are responding to other people or how they are timing things or whatever. So anyways, the language of Adam, the reason I call it that is not because my name is Adam, but because Adam is the first man according to the Bible. And so I was just trying to think of the earliest name, because I was trying to use the hieroglyphs that comes from the Wikipedia. And that's what created the base of it all. Where when you use a letter and then you look it up in the Wikipedia, and it's actually different now, and because the Wikipedia keeps changing, people change it. It's actually not exactly what it used to be, but I've certainly been able to figure out a lot since then, and what it actually means, and why they changed it, possibly to guilt trip me because of a character that looked like somebody was injecting drugs or something. It's like trying to guilt trip me as if I'm the center of the universe, and in the past they created that character because I was misbehaving or something. But you know, I'm not doing that. But yeah, what was I talking about? If you, the letter I changed on the Wikipedia. The very first origin of letter I, it used to be a feather, which actually means a scale. It's a feather. Well, there's a lot of different things, but the feather it comes from a person's head, and it measures the worth of. It measures the worth of something, and it's complicated, and it's always going to tell a story and change depending on who it is and what it's about. And I'm never claiming to be correct or right about any of it, because I know that the best that I could be would be incomplete, because somebody else is going to come along and have something to add. And since I did not live back then, I'm not going to pretend to know. But what I am using is definitely proven to be real. And I'm not sure if it's because everybody's following me or how it's possible, but wow. What you will wake up to and by following this channel is absolutely amazing. Really will help a person learn more about, understand the subconscious mind, the language of a madman, maybe, how to understand a crazy person, maybe, not really though. It's logic and it's math. All of it comes from logic and math. But anyways, so the earliest hieroglyphs that they list on the Wikipedia was where I started, with every single letter. And then from there, I measured basically whenever coming across pictures and stuff like that. Because of my ex-girlfriend's Ouija board shirt that she was wearing when we would go dancing together, after we broke up, I caught on to a mathematical pattern found where it was showing that for a couple days, all I was seeing was blue on the yes side. It seemed like I was not ever going to come across blue on the no side. And that is, if you were to measure where the blue is located behind her, in relation to what's on her Ouija board shirt. So there's a yes side and there's a no side. And so like there's a yes, no, or whatever. It's actually the opposite, but so this is yes, this is no, and yeah. So I mean, it's on the opposite, right? No, I just did it backwards. No, well, whatever. So, anyways, it's pretty simple to understand now why that is like that. Like, so basically, when you're looking at a picture, the bottom right is the yes side. Maybe it's because most people are like right-handed or something like that. And then the bottom left is the no side, because that's the left foot. And so, with a picture, you're connecting to someone else. Always. It's not you. So that means it's going to reverse at the top. At the bottom, it's going to be now. And at the top, it's going to be later. Because distance. Common sense. So, basically, when you as you go up here, and higher than this would be what? Somebody else. So down here is me. La 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 la. Now we're up there to somebody else on the other side of the picture in our subconscious mind. So, my right foot is over here. My left foot is over here. Yours. Your right foot is right here. Well, look, you're looking at me right now. Your left foot is right here. Maybe not on the phone or camera or picture or whatever, or monitor, but in your mind. And so, once it comes to this point here, now it's suddenly my territory. Now it's something else, because it's further away. And it's going to reverse. So, right has become left, because somebody else is there. So, up here is the left mind. And over here is the right mind. And now, and so, I went through hundreds of pictures. It was absolutely amazing. I couldn't believe it. Always blue up here. It seemed like almost every picture up here, in the background. Or just somehow. It's like, wow. And it said that on her Ouija board shirt. And there was something really magical about the color blue. Because I actually asked her to pick a color when she asked me to move in with her. And we were going to be a couple. And I said yes. Isn't that weird? To actually talk about it and decide before actually kissing or something? Very weird. I slept in her bed 3 times before we actually kissed. But anyways, she asked me to move in, and I said yes. So, I asked her to pick a color, and she said blue. So I sewed that into my car seat. I was praying. She didn't know this. She did not know this. I don't lie about anything. I've never had to lie, really, because they say anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Why talk if I'm in trouble? Or why tell somebody something bad? Where I grew up, my mom was a flight attendant in Salt Lake City, Utah. We weren't Mormon, so being a bad kid was fake. I wasn't a bad kid, but I wasn't like the other ones, and that's fake too. I was like them, but maybe I wasn't allowed to play with them or whatever, because we didn't go to the same church or whatever. So I would do things like be a class clown or get attention from being bad, and that was stupid. But anyways, I didn't have a reason to lie. I'm not somebody who does that. I have exaggerated as a child so that people would, I don't know, accept me more or something. Like saying maybe, or exaggerate like an inch or something. Like wishing it in my head, I believe it myself. On a dating website or something like that. I mean, it's pretty much the only place you might catch a lie out of me. And my whole life, that is real. That is true. So, what has happened to me was a really big deal. A huge thing. It's like Eureka. Big discovery. I'm expecting, camera crews and something. Award. I don't know. But anyways. So I sewed blue into the car seat of my car because 2 years before we met, I was praying to a jug of water that I kept on the passenger side. Oh, look, jug of water. And now I am praying to these cuts of fabric, these cloths. So I'm giving these out to people, and I am helping them wrap their mummies. And these cuts of fabric, I'm making them for my website, the Tweeting 20s. I'm in Los Angeles, and I have discovered that I'm an angel. Possibly for real in history. That they actually didn't know what to call me, and may have saw me in a dream or something. I'm not going to say that that's real or correct, but when you measure the timing, when I come across stuff, they don't stop doing that. The birds will call me an angel because I don't eat them. It's pretty cute. I saved them in a winter time. It dropped below 0. I was eating turkey. Maybe if we changed things so that turkeys were no longer birds somehow, there would be no anti-Semitism in the world. Maybe if you could wrap your head around that, I don't know. But because it's dangerous to eat birds. Turkeys aren't birds, right? Because they're outside, they'll know. Forbidden fruit, it's an egg. But yeah. So I was praying to a jug of water. I got the idea because my dad, when he would drive, is seriously protective and powerful. So I was just thinking, I want to be like my father because I want to be a father. And I want my partner to feel safe and protected. And because I would just remember how he was, like whenever he would put on the brakes or something, he would make sure that we were all safe. Like he would, he'd had somebody to protect, make sure they weren't gonna fall out of their seat or something. So I put a jug of water on my passenger side, and I was practicing, just trying to create an echo to be the best that I could be. And it's never gonna be good enough because I'm going to die, but I will do better. And anyways, so I was a foolish kid, foolish enough to think that 70 was when people die. It's not real. But there is no try like there is do. So I've decided to change it to 137 or older than that, and expect that and teach people that is real, because it will save them and give them longer life. So when somebody does not make it to 100, they're in more immediate danger, and if they're in actually danger right now, like it's their last days on Earth or something, that would be a 007. Does that make sense? It's just logic, it's just math, and my middle name is James. I'm not a spy. I'm not into guns or spies or anything like that. And I don't want to be bonded with illegal or anything bad, but I'm a person, and I want to make films and stuff. I want to make good films that help people create echoes, that because of sharing gravity. I want to make the kind of films that will participate in helping people in the past, because of knowing that we're sharing gravity, and knowing that we can do things that would help them more by the way that we're sending from here, which is the same spot as somebody else in a different time or a different creature. So somewhere in Africa, somebody might be wanting to fasten golden rings on someone else to make a longer neck, because maybe they're sharing space with giraffes. They used to live there, and they moved. But, so, I am waking up to that, and wanting to wake up other people to that more, so that we are having less of these characteristics that are coming from these animals. That would mean a certain cave might make a person more rapey than another cave, because one cave has a bear and another cave has a cat. That's extremely important to wake up to that. That has something to do with Batman, but I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm actually going dancing, and it's a goth club, and technically it's the AM. So this city right now is Gotham. Just kidding. But anyways, with this discovery, what I started to do is I put a bunch of numbers and characters surrounding my monitor, my Stargate, or portal to the abyss, or whatever you want to call it, my window. And this allowed people to do things with their subconscious mind, like point to different numbers or characters or whatever. So I just tried an experiment that was basically trying to obey whatever people were wherever they were guiding me. I would just, not like obey them is not a really good word, because what if they asked me to do something bad? I don't know. There's not really a way for them to. I mean, not sure that any of it comes from them. I would never assume that anything does. I don't think that it's good to come up with answers. I don't think that it's safe. I don't think that they are actually people. I think that when a person knows somebody, they don't actually know them as well as a person knows themselves. I don't think that a person ever gets to truly meet somebody as much as they thought or they experienced. The identity they created in their head of who that person is different than who they actually are. But I mean, in reality, a married couple that gets older, has children, and even as an old, elderly people, and they are going to be strangers in some ways. That's more real. But I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel that I know the person. And one of the ways to really, 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 really feel that has been the timing that I witness. When I come across them, they will prove it to me that it is them after having a dream. And so, after discovering this with my girlfriend, I found some pictures that were with blue on the no side. And in these pictures, it showed the reasons things didn't work out. My father's name is John. A toilet is called a John sometimes. And he was a Marine, and she was saluting in this picture. Is it like there's like some salutes like this, and there's like weird, kind of wavy salutes, but anyways. But yeah. She's kind of saluting in this picture, and there's a toilet there. And it really made a lot of sense, because when I was with her, it would kind of mess me up when I would think, of following John. And so that was one of the pictures that I came across for the first time that had blue on the nose side. So miraculous, absolutely miraculous, what I found and what I witnessed. And we lived once. And I also found that I know this to be true. She came to me as a child. She was the first naked woman I saw with my eyes. But not these eyes, because I was asleep. But she had the same birthmarks and stuff. She was being escorted from like horse buggy carriage and stuff like that into cars and stuff. And then it turned into a ski lift, as if that was the most advanced on the planet. Ski lift. And I was behind her. She was naked. So I was curious because her birthmarks, I was like, why don't you wipe that dirt off? Well, anyways, that's how I know it was her. She told me that she had a craving to sleep with a child when she turned 30. Why would somebody say that? Because she knew that it was me. Because she knew. Her subconscious mind knew. Anyways, I saw her as an old woman. She came to me as an old woman. I've been feeling really ugly lately. Like I don't want to be in a camera, because I I've got this weird look I usually don't have. And I want to look more like that. because of just, I don't know, getting older or something. Anyways, so she came to me in a dream and had her tongue in my mouth. It was a way of kissing that these lesbian girls I used to hang out with, grew up with, they used to make fun of kissers, and they would say that a boner kiss is bad. A boner kiss. And so that was why, and so yeah, I was told that my kisses were nice because they were not boner kisses. And then I left Portland and went to Utah because of the person who told me this. And in the spot where I was talking to her, I was asleep, and she came to me as an old woman and stuck her tongue in my mouth like it was a boner. And went. I was doing that. I have no idea why the hell she was doing that. But she was really old. She was so old. I was so startled seeing her. I was like, ah! Like, it's like, oh my god. I felt bad because I know a part of her was like, I know I'm old. I'm never going to be beautiful like I was again. But I was still turned on and wanted her and thought she was beautiful. And she knew that. But I woke up, and now I just recently figured out why she was doing that. Because she wants to be young again. Well, she's going to have a dream, and she's going to go back in time. And I am caught in fate, because she's going to be an old woman. But that's not really real, is it? No, we don't really know. But it seems that the universe is capable of splitting. I mean, not capable, it always is splitting. But I've had dreams of other people as old too. Another girl, she looked like she was 90 years old, and then I had a romantic encounter with her. We had intercourse. She was like not in her 90s. But to get there, it started out at a coffee shop, and it ended up showing me all of my problems on how I make it there. How I make it there too. And what's really cool is that they actually let me know that I made it. But they want to keep it like a surprise too, and make sure the experience is really good. But they don't, but that I should be more focused on saving other people. Because of being really famous. And I'm never going to do well enough. I'm never going to be able to save myself. I'm going to get old. I'm going to die. And that is why I need to live again, and I need to have children. So I'm aiming for somebody younger, much younger, so that I can have as many kids as possible, but not like too many. And yeah, I'm lucky because my parents still look good. Very lucky. And I'm not going to accept not doing a lot more, even at their age, to look my best. I mean, I'm not going to do what that lady did, because I really wanted to tell her that she should never wear makeup again. She's like 90 years old, and wow, she probably would have looked better without makeup. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that, but it's like, but you could tell that she really likes makeup. She's like, she has like two identities. The one identity that wears makeup is treated like a goddess compared to the other one. She has red hair and eyebrows that are like not even there. And so yes, she'll be treated like a completely different person. And yes, that is why I am a straight man that wears makeup. Same thing happens. Anyways, but I need pectorals. Yes, I need big pectoral muscles. And I already have very meaty legs, but I need, meatier, pectoral muscles. And what else? That's it. Legs.